A very good day to all of you. This week we are going to learn how to write a summary. But before that, as in the textbook, you will have to turn to page 76, Our Energy Challenge by Bill McKibben, in which you will have to read the passage on the challenge of the world today in the usage of energy. So this article is about three, four, 5 pages, and please read from paragraph A until paragraph L, which is the last paragraph, and try to understand what is the main idea, what are the main points mentioned in this article. So there are more than 10 paragraphs altogether. Go through the paragraph and try to understand the main idea, what the article is about, and the main points mentioned in the article. So what is the problem and what are the how to solve the problems mentioned in the article. There could be more than one main point. So normally in an article this long, there could be 4 to 5 main points mentioned in this article. So get the main idea of the whole article and the main points mentioned in the article. So spend 10 to 15 minutes to go through this article and try to digest, get the brief idea of this article. So once you have finished reading this article, Our Energy Challenge, you can turn to the writing pages, which is on page 88, um, which will tell you how to write a summary or how to write a good summary. But before that, let us take a look at some important things that we need to understand on how to write a summary. First, do not write the original piece or do not rewrite the original piece. This means that whatever whatever that is mentioned in the article, in this article, you cannot rewrite what is mentioned here in your summary. This is because it's not going to be your summary, but it's going to be a copy and paste work. So summary, you have to use your own words. So this article is 5 pages. When we are talking about summary, we are talking a short paragraph of a summarization of a long article. So 5 pages, you write the story of the 5 pages article in one paragraph of 150 words to maximum 200 words. So summary is a short version of the article. It is like you are writing a movie review. You know, a movie can be 2 hour long, but when you are writing a movie review, it is not, it is just in one paragraph that tell you the story of the 2 hour movie. So a movie review, a movie summary is short so that people can read quickly and understand what the movie is all about. So the same goes to summary of an article. This is a long article. You write a summary in 100 to 150 words or maximum 200 words, telling the main points of that article so that when people read your summary, people understand what the article is all about. So summary is a short version of the article. You cannot rewrite whatever you have here. Use your own words to tell the main points of this article. So do not rewrite the original piece. Second, keep your summary short. You do not want to make it long because the purpose we are writing a summary is because we just want to know the main ideas, the main points mentioned in the article. If it is long, then it is better for people to just read the long article. So summary must be short, 150 words, maximum 200 words. But it depends. If you're writing a summary of a long article, then it could be 1 page or 2 pages. Use your own wording. Use your own words. Try to paraphrase. We look at how to paraphrase last week. And if you take a look at your textbook, in the last page of your textbook, you can see some examples of how to paraphrase. For example, number 1 here, page 94, the Energy Information Administration, an arm of the US government, forecast last year that, all things being equal, world energy consumption would increase 50% by 2030. So the paraphrase version would be, according to the Energy Information Administration, if everything goes as expected, global energy feeding would go up to 50% by 2030. So that is paraphrasing. Use your own words, find the synonyms of the words so that you are not copying and pasting whatever that is mentioned in the article, but you are using your own words to talk about the article. Next, refer to the central idea or central and main ideas of the original piece. You do not write everything in your summary, just the main ideas. When you are reading the long article, keep in mind these questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. So that you'll be asking these questions, and these are the questions that you'll put in your summary. And do not put in your opinion of the issue or topic discussed in the original piece. When you're writing a summary, you cannot put your opinions, but you just mention what is mentioned in the article using your own words. So first you'll have to read the article, and then you write a summary of this article. So try to avoid plagiarism by using your own words, and this is from page 89 of your textbook. Writing a summary, writing skill. A summary is shorter than the original passage. Read the passage once. As you read, underline the important facts. Then, without looking at it, write notes about the passage. Reread the passage, comparing your notes against the original article to check your understanding. Correct any incorrect notes. Use your notes to write a summary. So what does it mean by notes? Notes refer to the main points that you jot down from the original article to be put in your summary. So your main points can be found in the article, in the thesis statement, as well as in the topic sentences. So for example, in this article, you can find your main idea. The main idea of the article could be the last sentence in the first paragraph, which is the thesis statement. For example, here, all of a sudden, living standards in the energy using West were doubling every few decades. So that is the main idea of the article, talking about the usage of energy. So you can say in your summary, the article Our Energy Challenge by Bill McKibben discusses about the problem of excessive energy using in the world that causes a lot of problems. So that would be the main idea of the article. And what about the main points in the article? You can find your main points normally in the first sentence or the topic sentence of each paragraph, but not all paragraphs, maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs in this passage. So for example here, what are the options? There are other fossil fuels, but natural gas will last us only so long. So the main idea here is the options that we have to solve the problems of fossil fuel burning and excessive usage of energy. So for example, in our summary, we can say another thing that is mentioned in the article is the options that we can take to solve the problem of fossil fuel burning and the excessive usage of energy. And the other main idea that we can have here is that from paragraph H, for example, you can find other main ideas, main points mentioned in the article. This is just one example. In the summer of 2007, for instance, the Arctic melted. So that is one main point mentioned in the article. So in your summary, you can say another thing that is mentioned or that is being discussed or that is suggested by the article is that the world is now facing the problem of ice melting due to excessive usage of energy as well as global warming caused by the burning of fossil fuels. So that could be your main idea. And so you have your general idea of the whole article and then main ideas from 3 to 4 paragraphs, main points from 3 to 4 paragraphs, and then you just give a bit of explanation for each main point. So let us take a look at the sample. So which of these this is a summary. Here are two summaries of the first paragraph, which is paragraph A of the article. Which one is better? So if you take a look at the two summaries here, we can say that summary B is better than summary A in a way that it is shorter and it is using its own language, not copied and pasted from the original article. But you have to make sure that whatever you have in your summary express the same meaning as the original, and the language you use your own words, it is shorter and the structure is a bit different. So here is basically the format that you have in your summary. You have your introductory statement. So this is the phrase that you normally use in our energy challenge. Author Bill McKibben states that or thinks that or believes that whatever, so you complete the sentence. And then you have the introductory statement or the introduction, and you have the body paragraph, which is the main point, topic sentence, and then a bit of explanation. So one sentence or two sentences of the topic sentence, the main point, and then one or two sentences of explanation. When you are talking about summary, it is not necessary to have examples. So when you are writing a summary letter, make sure you have an introduction and then one or two sentences, and then you have one or two sentences of the main point, and then one or two sentences of the explanation. So here the main point would be how and when did we start using fossil fuel. So depends on what you found from the article what the main point would be, so it is up to you. And then the same goes to the second and third paragraph. You can have two paragraphs for the summary. You can have 3 paragraphs, 4 or 5 paragraphs, up to you. And then same thing, so in the second paragraph you have your main point and then a bit of explanation, 1 or 2 sentences, not necessary to have examples. And then the same goes to paragraph 3. You have your main point, 1 or 2 sentences, and then your explanation, 1 or 2 sentences. And then your concluding paragraph, what do we have to do now? So this is not your own opinion, but what do we have to do now that is taken from the article. So you cannot have your ideas and opinions in your summary. So here are in page 90, here are some words that that people usually use in a summary. So analyzes, demand. So for example, you say the article analyzes the problems of deforestation. The article discusses the problems of fossil fuel burning. The author mentions about the dangers of excessive usage of energy. So these words are probably the words that we are using, normally people use in writing a summary. What you have to do now is that you have to write a summary based on the article on by Bill McKibben. Here is one sample of a summary on page 92 of the textbook. So you see here there is an introductory statement or the introduction in the article A Cry for the Tiger. So this is an example of summary. Author Caroline Alexander argues that the tiger is worth protecting and that we need to find effective ways to keep them from disappearing. And then this is the main point. According to Alexander, the tiger faces several threats. So this is the main point. What about the explanation? First, the tigers are losing habitat because of quickly growing human population. Second, the rapid population growth causes poaching. Poaching is hunting. And then third, tiger parts are valuable in the black market. So this is the explanation of the main point. And finally, one of the problems discussed, which is the threat, is the fact that strategies to protect tigers have been ineffective. In fact, experts estimated that there were about 8,000 tigers in 1980s, but now only 4,000. So it is not important to mention this. In fact, experts estimated things as long as you have the main point and a bit of the explanation. So that is enough. And the next main point is Alexander explains that India is home to about 50% of wild tiger population. And about 1/3 of these tigers live outside tiger reserves. So this is the main point, and here you have a bit of the explanation. So when you are writing a summary, you can make it shorter than this. It is not everything you have to mention, just enough you have the main point and then a bit of explanation, and then you have the conclusion in 1 or 2 sentences. So your task now is to write a summary of the article Our Energy Challenge by Bill McKibben. So you have to go through the article, find the main idea and the main points and a bit of the explanation, and write a summary of 150 words or maximum 200 words following this format. So I guess and before that also, when you have finished reading the article, please answer the questions, the reading questions for practice A, page 83, practice B, also from page 83, as well as practice D, page 84, and practice E, page 84, and also so practice, so you answer the questions page 83 and 84, practice A, B, and D and E. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.